big question on everyone's lips is, would this have changed your search if you had known that Nicola Bulley was high risk and had these vulnerabilities?
Absolutely, Isabel. I work on these cases all the time with the police, and the first thing to say, she is the lady or man is high risk. So we change our search strategy. I was told that Nicola, they believe, had fallen in the river at that particular place, and that's why we conducted the search the way we did.
Wow.
And how would that have changed your search then? Because presumably, you know, either she was fallen or she had these vulnerabilities, she's still in the water. What differences in terms of technique does that involve for you?
Well, at the bottom of the bank, if Nicola had slipped in, it was only 2 feet deep on the day onto rocks. She would not have drowned. So that's what I've been saying all along. This is a mystery to me, this particular job. Now, Nicola could have wandered along the footpath. There's no CCTV, gone out onto the road. She would not have been seen. We would have searched. If somebody intends to take their own life, and I deal with a number of suicides each year for the police, they tend to jump in and they may swim and float down a while before they manage to drown themselves. It's very grim. And we look for things like whiskey bottles, because most people have a drop of whiskey, they have some pills, and they go with it, and they tend to drift down. That's the possibility then. She could have been taken over the weir. But normally when they drown, they go straight to the bottom. And that's why we focused our search in specific areas.
Are you a bit annoyed about this? Because, I mean, this seems to be a key piece of information that's come quite late in the day. Do you feel like you've been wasting your time almost?
Well, I feel sorry for the family, and also I feel sorry for all the hard-working police officers who are working behind the scenes and the search teams, and they've been let down by the communications piece. The police have been brilliant. They've been great on the down. I am disappointed that the police search advisor did not give me that information. It's probably come from a higher level, I'd imagine, at SIO stage. Probably the sergeant on the ground was told not to give me that information. We would not have told that to the press because I work on complex murders and I never give information like this out. And I've become this sort of spokesman for the family in this whole case because no one is giving any information out. I'm not enjoying doing this. And I'm getting criticised for it, but the family have got no voice because all their comms were told to go through the police and not talk to anybody unless they go through the police.
And I know you've spoken out about how you've been speaking to her partner, Paul, on a daily basis. Have you spoken to him in the last day or so? And if so, what's his feeling about the fact that the police have divulged that his wife was suffering with the menopause and had issues around alcohol? I mean, incredibly private medical information.
Yeah, this is horrendous for Paul. Honestly, Isabel, I've not spoken to Paul for the last couple of days now. I've tried to get hold of him. I still feel so sorry for them that it's been released this way. It should never have come out. They could have just told us on the quiet. Press wouldn't have known. No, we would just been changed everything. I feel, so, like I said, the police are getting beaten up here. This is terrible because it's not the police. It's just the comms piece where whoever's made these decisions needs to answer lots of questions. Let's not knock the police. Let's not knock the family. Let's regroup, get together, and then redo this search again so we actually try and get some closure for this poor family.
I have to say that's just my take, is having had experience of lots of police press conferences over the years, I've just been surprised what seemed to me to be, quite frankly, a lot of naivety on behalf of whoever's been speaking and what the reaction's been, therefore, of the press, the newspapers, and indeed the general public. And none of it needed to be this way, in my view, just from having done similar cases in the past. And it seems you'd agree with that.
I totally agree. I mean, I say we cover the whole of the southeast for police diving, so we're highly trusted. So we recover about 10 drowning victims, a number of suicides each year, and the media is always positive. I've had loads of calls from serving officers saying, you know, don't know what's gone wrong with the comms piece here. But the police, let's not knock the police, let's not knock everybody. And again, I am not being paid for these interviews. I'm on holiday in Cornwall at the moment, and I'm just trying to voice my concerns for the family so we can regroup and get this damn thing sorted out properly.